as he opens camp heading into the final year of his rookie contract. Jackson is his own agent, hasn't yet been willing to talk about a new contract, but he's also not holding out. You saw his teammate, Marlon Humphreys, the excitement of catching Lamar arriving this morning. It is worth noting Lamar's next start will be his 50th in the NFL, and he has the fourth most wins of any quarterback to this point. His 37 wins in 39 games, the same as Tom Brady. All right, let's talk about the Lamar situation with our guys from the Pick Six podcast, John Breech and Ryan Wilson. Guys, the last time we saw Lamar with the Ravens, he was limping through practice back in December with that ankle injury. He skipped OTAs, but he has told teammates he'll be back soon. Ryan, how concerned are you about Lamar entering the season without a new deal?
Zero right now. He's going to show up, and we sort of knew, Jeremy, that he wasn't going to be in a hurry to get to these voluntary workouts. At the end of the day, he represents himself. He doesn't have an agent, and that may be a good or bad thing depending on your perspective. And if he's on vacation, he very well can't work out the details of a new deal because he's on vacation. That's usually what your representatives do. I'm not concerned at all, and this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm a Steelers homer. I think this is going to get done. The Ravens rebuilt this offense around Lamar Jackson when they drafted him, when they moved on from Joe Flacco. I don't think they're interested in moving on to a plan B, which might be Tyler Huntley, who played well in spurts last year for Lamar Jackson. When you have the actual guy there in Lamar Jackson, I think that's the plan going forward. You got to work out the kinks as it comes to the contract. That will get taken care of, and there will be certainly a floor with which Lamar Jackson will accept in terms of a new deal. And we know what the ceiling is. We'll see how high it gets to that. But I have zero concern as we sit here right now in the middle of June.
Yeah, Ryan, I about 98% agree with you. My concern is not zero, it's 2%. It's still low, but it's not zero. It is really weird to think about the fact, look, we have seen Kyler Murray make headlines with his contract demands. He still has 2 years left on his rookie deal. We have seen the Aaron Rodgers situation and retirement, non-retirement until he got a new contract. But this Lamar Jackson situation, he is going into the final year of his rookie deal. You never see a successful quarterback get to the final year of their deal because there is always an extension hammered out before then. But for some reason, the Ravens don't seem too concerned right now. Lamar Jackson doesn't seem too concerned right now. So I guess no one else should seem too concerned right now. But Ryan, I think you hit the hammer on the head, the nail on the head that, hey, look, this entire offense is designed around Lamar Jackson. There is no way the Ravens can just not give him a long-term extension. They are designed to succeed with Lamar Jackson as their quarterback, and so it's pretty clear they want him back. The only question is, why is Lamar Jackson slow playing this? He hasn't been a part of very many negotiations, but yeah, as of right now, in June, I don't think it's a huge deal that he doesn't have that extension done yet.
And he hasn't scrubbed the Ravens from his social media yet, so we know that it's not that big of a deal for him at this point in time. But when you look at the QB contracts, Ryan, you kind of alluded to it, the floor and the ceiling there. You have Rodgers, Watson, and Mahomes, your top three in terms of average annual value. They're in that 45 to 50 million value range. When you project his new deal, I mean, Breech, does he fall into that range, or is he more in the 40 to 43 million AAV for you?
Yeah, well, I think maybe this is what's holding everything up. Maybe Lamar thinks he should be above Deshaun Watson on this list, and the Ravens are thinking, hey, we'll give you Josh Allen money because you're doing about the same thing. You know, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, neither guy has been to a Super Bowl yet. Lamar Jackson does have an MVP that Josh Allen doesn't have. But I do think the floor for a new deal is probably $43 million. You cannot go below that because of how much success Lamar Jackson has had early in his career. And so if I'm the Ravens, that's where I probably start my offer. Or maybe I start with the Dak number and work my way up from there. But if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm saying, hey, look, I deserve more money than Deshaun Watson. That guy hasn't gone to a Super Bowl either. He's got a lot more drama. I've been nothing but perfect since I've gotten to the NFL. So I think Lamar could make a strong case for himself that he deserves $47 or $48 million per year. And you know what? Just give it to him, because these quarterback numbers, they keep going up, and 2 years from now, that will look like a bargain. So I think that Lamar ends up going somewhere between 43 and 48 million.
Yeah, you're right, Breech, when you said just give it to him, because the quarterback position, until recently, wide receivers somehow seem to fall in this category. But quarterback is the only position where you really have leverage, and where if you're a top 15, top 10 talent, you're going to be the highest paid quarterback when your deal is up if you're on that first or second deal and you continue to crush it. And Lamar currently finds himself still crushing it as he comes off that first deal. And Breech, you mentioned that quarterbacks typically don't finish their rookie deals from doing well. The last one to do it that comes to mind is Joe Flacco. He went to the Super Bowl and won it and made himself a lot of money. He struggled in parts during that season, but he turned it on when it mattered most. Lamar has been consistently a really good football player. And Breech mentioned 43, the Josh Allen number, as the floor, $43 million. I think that's where you start. And I think Breech mentioned 48 as the ceiling. I wonder, hey, look, he'll ask for 50, which is what Aaron Rodgers gets on an annual basis, although his contract is structured differently than younger quarterbacks. But why not ask for 50? We thought it was all crazy when Patrick Mahomes got his deal that pays him 45. Deshaun and Aaron Rodgers now make more than that. So I think it'll be between 43 and I'll even say 50 to stretch it out a little bit. But I think it probably somewhere split the difference, get more than Josh Allen, who was in your draft class, but he got paid sooner. And that's why Josh Allen's deal will look like it's for peanuts as we go through this process in the months to come.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.